It literally looks like somebody slathered mustard on top of it.
We got some more groovy barrels with some mushrooms on it.
About that Five Nights at Freddy's.
Did they steal these from the rat lady?
Okay guys, we are back at Universal Studios Orlando. It's time for another Halloween Horror Nights 2023 update. There's a lot happening today. It's the start of annual Passholder Appreciation Days. That's right, they're doing another one from August 15th through September 30th. They're gonna have a bunch of different annual Passholder offerings. We're gonna go over a bunch of them today. There's some free stuff, new merchandise, also a bunch of new special annual Passholder food. So first off, hat of the day, right? You won't stand a chance. And the shirt of the day, this is the annual Passholder exclusive. This is from HHN 26. So on that note, let's roll the commercial.
Lock me away. It's all just a show. I'll make you pay. And won't let you go. While Jack's away, it's my turn to dance. My turn to play. You won't stand a chance.
We got some big updates here for when you're first walking in, right? This will be the Dr. Oddfellow scare zone. So they have the railings up there, and we were all thinking Dr. Oddfellow will be up there kind of greeting everybody. So we have all this wonderful lighting, right? The speakers, but they've added a staircase now. So you can see the scare actor who will be playing Dr. Oddfellow will go all the way up and then walk across right there onto this little walkway. And then he'll be able to greet everyone. Because we're wondering how he's gonna get up there. So it's kind of hard to see through the scrim, but you can make out the staircase. Scare actor will probably come out from where Minions is, right? And I'll walk over here, and then they will head up the staircase onto the walkway. Pretty steep staircase. It's like 2 stories. Over here, we got some new crate. We got this crate right here. You can kind of see through the crate. So these are gonna be speakers. So they're covering up the speakers. There's 2 stacked speakers right here. And if you come over here, there's the same thing. There's 2 stacked because you have the kind of the fake wood mesh right there. Cannot wait to see the more details they're gonna put on that. I'm not seeing too much new with the Dark Zodiac Scare Zone. We did get the fog machine that'll be right here. All right, so if you go to the register, scan your annual pass, they can give you the exclusive print. It says Jurassic Park, right? It says hold on to your butts, the famous quote from the movie. It says 2023 UOAP collectible print. And this is free. This is included with your annual pass. There's no magnet yet. They might have a magnet coming up. So they're gonna have the special annual pass holder merch to the left of the register. And we got all the new AP merch. Let's see what we got. $33. This is like a short sleeve, kind of a crop top. It says UOAP and a bunch of the logos right there. $21. They have a little cup for you. This is the freestyle cup design from a couple years ago. I love it. It's got E.T., Jurassic Park. $9 for the toothpick holder. $13 for the annual pass holder mug. And then $33 for this white ringer t-shirt. So you got the churro, you got ice cream, you got pizza with mushrooms on it, and a pretzel, and it says pass holder down there. $55, they have a really thin, like kind of windbreaker. There's no design on the back, but it does come with a hood. It's got the same UOAP design on it right there. $32 for this awesome fanny pack with the design on it. And then $33 for this pink tank top. $9 for UOAP keychain. $8 for a magnet. They have a car coaster and desk coaster for UOAPs. It'll be $10 for the set.
All right, nothing really new in the Dark Zodiac Scare Zone. Let's go into the Jungle of Doom.
On the main stage here, they've added some of the torches on each side. So there's 3 new torches that have been added to the main stage. The level of detail and care put into this is so good. Soul Scare Zone has truly come to life. The team is spending countless nights, right, all morning building the stuff and adding the details, and it's paying off. It just looks incredible. Just able to blend everything together is just so good. Oh, what do we have over here? Oh, they're like cooking little rats. You see them on the stick? Just some little rats. If we look down here, 3 poor little rats. Did they steal these from the rat lady? When we were looking at the bat, I was trying to compare it to the Vamp 55 bat, the bat that was on the post. Similar sculpt for the wings, but definitely a different sculpt for the head. We're over here in Central Park, right? There's a strange X. I wonder if this is like the best spot for when they were testing the nighttime show to see how the angles look.
We still don't know when the nighttime show is coming back. I'm gonna guess fall time.
All right, we're over here at Battery Park now. They have a lot of the equipment set up now. Again, we still don't know what the theme of this booth is. I know we talked about Boris's office last time, but the sign has returned to Madame Basil's Psychic Readings. Now we get to kind of see it in person, right? So it says Psychic Reading, Lucky Numbers, Madame Basil. Destiny has set me on a journey, currently traveling with Dr. Oddfellow and his traveling oddities.
So now that my camcorder is finally working, We can kind of see some of the Easter eggs within Madame Basil's shop. Coin has appeared. We were able to zoom in. At first, I thought it was one of the parade coins that they used to have for HHN. That's right, they had parades for HHN back in the day where they would throw out different coins. I have a bunch of them at home. But then if you come over to the side, right, so we have our window here, but if you come over here, you can see the exact same coins to the left. There's also some little pieces of paper, which are the zodiac signs, which is gonna connect with the dark zodiac. Little details like that, I love it, Universal, keep it up. So now we're heading in to the intro for all that, Sting Alley. They've added some little food booth stands in here, and it's a Last of Us theme.
So you're gonna come over here, this is all brand new. They're gonna have a menu board that's lit up. This almost looks like a little patrol stop. And then we can see over here, it says Fedra on the concrete block. Just love the amount of detail that just goes into a simple food booth. So they'll have probably 2 registers here. You probably purchase your stuff, and then you will walk in. So then over here, this is probably gonna be where a bar is, right? Where you can kind of like trade for your rations. You see some little chickens and like a rooster right there. So they'll probably have the different offerings, right, of the different alcohol. You're gonna have this little stand, again, beautifully designed. So then over here, this is gonna be the big bad food stand over here. You can see some sandbags up top, brand new lighting, massive booth. So the stand looks great. We got a new crate here, more distressed sandbags, just some more like netting. And then you're gonna exit out this way. They have the exit sign with the fencing. See how it looks over here. The standard fencing.
Now this is great because they kind of learned what went wrong last year. The register was out here and the line would just go all the way into the scare zone. It was a mess and kind of a cluster. So Universal's like, let's switch it up. It's a little slower on the other side when you enter in. So you're gonna enter in through the other side and then you're gonna exit over here. That's a lot better for efficiency and for show.
Now they have a massive tent out here, right? This is over by Starbucks. Starbucks is still under refurb. They'll probably put some theming over and around it. Probably some different signs. Nothing new with the Chucky food booth. I think the lighting might be new and that's about it up top. All right, so we got the Shipyard 32 sign. We talked about how the Dr. Oddfellow symbol is hidden right there, but there's a massive one right here at the base. Then on this side, it's just a yellow and red design. And then we have the Dr. Oddfellow symbol again right here, right next to the fog machine. So I'm guessing around each one of the bases of the lighting and truss work, we'll probably have that same box design with the Dr. Oddfellow symbol. Got some new additions right over here to the crane. As you can see, the wonderful crane that has been made, but they've added this rope that goes all the way over here. And as we can see, the rope has snapped, causing the crate to crash and the creature to escape. They have added these barricades around here so nobody can crawl in there. Pardon our dust. We're in the process of transforming our park for Halloween Horror Nights. They've also added some barricades around this right here so nobody can like crawl in there. It was kind of fenced off, but as you know, this is going to be kind of the scare. They'll be able to pop through right there.
There's a bunch of special annual pass holder offerings only for annual pass holders. So you cannot purchase this if you're a standard guest team member. You have to be an annual pass holder. The first one we're going to go to, Lombard's Seafood Grill. I have never been here. I've never heard anything positive or really negative. It's just kind of like there.
So this is where we're going. Lombard Seafood Grill. All right, here we go. Lombard's Landing. Are we finished yet, darling? There's a Java Freeze calling my name at the San Francisco Pastry Company. Take a break from the ordinary with the tropical cooler at Ches Alcatraz. Pepper and me. We jumped through hoops for key lime pie from the San Francisco Pastry Company. Quick food with San Francisco Slap. Ches Alcatraz. I love the stained glass above the restrooms. We have the ship right here. Over here, here's another painting of a ship. Oh God, look at the stained glass just for the elevator. They have all these fountains of these fish. The floor is all illuminated. This does kind of give you those Nautilus vibes. Right, they have a giant tank here. There's fish swimming in there. You can see some little guys in there. So we're heading upstairs. Love the tile work. Oh my God, look at the stained glass right above. A giant fish right there.
I'm liking the design of this.
It's very unique. We have all these portraits everywhere.
We got it. It's here. A little smaller than I thought, but it's going to be the lobster mac and cheese. It's going to be a seashell pasta, a sherry cream sauce, Maine lobster with a herb parmesan topping. So I will say, if you're not a fan of lobster, you're not gonna like it. Sometimes the lobster mac and cheese dishes, they're kind of covered up by the cheese. This is very potent with the lobster. Wonderful berry cream sauce in there. The breadcrumbs do overpower it a little bit with those bites. This is a solid little dish. It's like an appetizer size, so don't think of it like as a meal. I'm gonna do like an 8.5. I think it's a solid dish. Is it better than Nomad Lounge's lobster mac and cheese or Boathouse's lobster mac and cheese? No. But I think for Universal, this is a solid little dish, so I think if you are here at this restaurant and you are an annual pass holder, try it. It's pretty decent. Calamari time. I've had a lot of calamari in my life. My favorite calamari is like pretty much here at Mythos. It has that chorizo aioli, so let's see how this is. Try the best part. All the tentacles. A decent calamari. We'll do like a 7 out of 10 on it. The problem is when you get into it, there's not enough sauce, so I had to ask for extra side of sauce. That's the way to go. Dip that sucker in that sweet little marinara sauce. I'll do a 7 out of 10. I think Mythos is the far superior option for calamari, but this is decent. I think the lobster mac and cheese is better than the calamari.
Like, look at this freaking fancy fireplace. This is all like carved wood. We have mermaids here. You can see Springfield. Great views. Men in Black over there.
All right, well, I gotta say, amazing service in here. We had a great server. Food came out super fast and quick. It was all hot and fresh. This is kind of a decent restaurant. It's kind of like a hidden gem. I feel like if you've never been here, you should probably check it out. This is like a place where I would go with like my grandparents in like Baltimore. You go to like these like seafood restaurants. This is kind of how it would like feel.
So we're heading into Vampire Summer 69. We got some new stuff. We got some groovy barrels over here. It almost looks like a lava lamp. We got some more groovy barrels with some mushrooms on it. Well, the team must have had a fun time painting all these. It's gonna be pretty slow the next couple weeks here before HHN. 15-minute wait for Revenge of the Mummy. This barrel is gonna be kind of like space themed, right? We got some planets, some rainbows coming out of the sky. And then here's some flowers, and they've put some fake flowers right here. So, you know, they've strapped it down. Nothing new with the stage. Are they gonna have live performers? Because like all the instruments are out here in the weather. Is it gonna be an actual band performing? Or is it just gonna be like a giant set piece? That's what I'm kind of confused on right now. These bikes are again from like, you know, the Greasers from Vamp 55. To kind of continue that story. It's the same vampires, but now we're here in the 60s. But they've added their little biker gang. The Blood Slayers. Yeah, they've added the symbol on all the tanks, on the bikes, but oh, we have a helmet over here. And it looks like, and also on the helmet, they have a Blood Slayer helmet. It's a new little drum here on the stage. It's like a little lava lamp design. Everything is looking so good over here, right? So we have the Guggenheim, even like the little door. They still have to work on this side right here. You can see that's still a little bit worn, but look at this. Set enhancements in progress. I don't think I ever remember there being like a blue sky for the public library.
That's what I love about Universal. They're investing so much more into the park, just kind of making everything look all nice for when Epic does come. Please just keep updating stuff and simple maintenance. That's what keeps us coming back. As you know, other theme parks, they're not maintaining stuff and it's looking kind of ratchet. But with the Universal here, they're reinvesting into the park, making everything look nice.
If you do have a service animal, they have a little spot for your service animal. Could be a dog, could be a little mini pony, but they have a little spot over there for them to go to the bathroom.
I heard some team members walking by. They're talking about some portal.
All right, so we got all the lights over here, but they're saying there's gonna be a portal that we enter into.
I don't know what they were talking about, but I'm kind of interested now. There's a portal somewhere. I don't know, maybe the team members are just messing with me. How is there gonna be a portal there? I don't think that's real. We'll have to wait and see.
The Transformers bar is getting all set up now.
Yesterday and today, they're doing kind of the test fittings for a bunch of different scare actors. So to see if their costumes work, how do they feel. Then the scare actors kind of give their feedback and they can kind of tweak the costumes a little bit.
Now we got some more foliage that popped up here on the Fedra little food ration stands. Like, it's just looking great.
It's just so well themed. The level of theming is insane. We talked about how the security lights actually have working lights.
But this looks like real world, right? That like, after the rations are done, you're gonna slide this thing down, right? But it's all fake. But it's just, they didn't have to go this hard, but they are going this hard. They've removed all the seating. We're gonna be getting switchbacks, switchbacks, and switchbacks. The line's gonna be insane this year.
We've left Universal Studios. Time for the next annual pass holder exclusive here at Voodoo Donut.
Gonna be a special like guava donut. It looks very interesting, but let's head in.
Now Voodoo Donuts are always a hit and miss. You wanna come here early in the morning, you come here later in the evening, and they are stale.
I do love the design in here.
We've got our donut. First off, I wanna do the whole rundown about all the special annual pass holder offerings throughout all of Universal Orlando Resort. First off, here at City Walk, we're gonna have a guava cheese donut. At NBC Grill, the returning avocado toast burger is coming back. Then there's a new barbecue brisket taco at Margaritaville. At Antojitos, there's a crab enchilada that's also returning. Twosome's Chocolate Emporium, there's gonna be a peaches and cream stuffed French toast. That sounds amazing. At Cowfish, a sushi burrito. Great Movie Escape, the Perfect Pear Margarita. Perfect Pear Margarita is great, and it was not made by the guy who makes the drinks at Universal. It was made by this other guy who came from Vegas. So the drink is good, because there's no bitters in it. City Walk carts, there's gonna be Bacardi Cherry, Passion Fruit Puree, Blue Curacao topped with tonic and Sprite. Lombard's is gonna have the lobster mac and cheese. Finnegan's is gonna have the Maloney stack, that's a returning burger. Confisco Grill has the returning Wagyu beef sliders that we had last annual pass holder appreciation month. Then Mythos is gonna have the zucchini fritters. Fantastic Four Cafe number 4 is gonna have a plant-based fettuccine Alfredo. The Volcano Bay is gonna have a island chicken pancit bowl. And then also Starbucks is gonna have a special little drink. It's gonna be a cookies and cream cold brew. And then that's gonna be all the special offerings. So throughout the next couple days and weeks, right, we'll keep reviewing them for you guys, let you know what's worth your money. Now let's try this donut. So it's gonna be a guava cheese filled donut. It literally looks like somebody slathered mustard on top of it. It looks kind of revolting. Here we go. See a little guava filling coming out of there. Surprisingly good. Last one they had for the annual pass holder appreciation month was like a 10 out of 10. This is also a very good donut. It tastes like, you've ever had like a toaster strudel, right? Where it's kind of that like frosting flavor on top with like the little bit of fruit inside. Imagine a guava toaster strudel donut. That's how it tastes. I'm gonna do like a 9 out of 10. I really enjoy this donut. A little bit of sweetness to it with that guava, but it's not overpowering with the guava. Then that wonderful, just simple frosting on top with a nice fluffy donut. 9 out of 10. Okay guys, we're back in the office. We got a bunch of more little spooky updates we gotta talk about. First off, we're gonna be talking about Howl-O-Scream's Busch Gardens. They announced 2 scare zones coming back. It says, returning scare zone. The dark fairies and orcs are dying for you to experience the depths of their magical, sinister forest. Think you have what it takes to go beyond the veil? Beyond the Veil was a scare zone that I believe came out last year at Busch Gardens Howl-O-Scream. And then there's also another returning scare zone announcement. Within the walls of the cornfield lies a horrific nightmare. You cannot awaken. The scarecrows of Raven's Mill are back and ready to play. One of my buddies was telling me there's a lot of budget cutting happening for Howl-O-Scream Busch Gardens right now. It's gonna be interesting how Howl-O-Scream turns out this year for Busch Gardens. And then we have more Fright Fest announcements. So as you know, Fright Fest out in California, right, for Six Flags announced they're having a Conjuring house and a Saw house. There's multiple Saw houses now coming. So Six Flags over Georgia, you must be this tall to ride? Are you serious? Do you know who I am? Experience the horror of Saw X in a brand new haunted house maze coming to Fright Fest at Six Flags over Georgia. There's also another one coming to Six Flags Great America. So I feel like every single Six Flags is gonna have a Saw house, which is pretty cool. It's cool that they're getting IPs within Fright Fest. And then John Murdy tweeted something very interesting. I highly recommend this company. They can solve all your human pest control problems. Just give them a call. 855-622-666. I dare you. I've been waiting to call, so I don't know what it is.
Are you tired of humans? Are you sick of being stepped on, squashed, swatted, and sprayed? Did you know insects outnumber humans on this planet 1,000,000,000 to 1? Humans don't stand a chance. Helpful and discreet operators are standing by because humans are a pest.
Thank you for calling Universal Studios Hollywood. Detailed information about our world-famous studio tour and theme park.
That's good. I like that. I love when companies do a little like guerrilla marketing like that. So that's gonna be for the Terror Tram, right? Exterminators. So we're still waiting on the Megan little dance party thing to be announced for Hollywood and Orlando. And then also for Hollywood, we're still waiting on the Purge Slaughter World nighttime show. They haven't given any info about that whatsoever. So we're still waiting on that. But I think everything else has been announced, right? I did get confirmation about that Five Nights at Freddy's drink. It is a drink and it is coming to HHN. We'll be there to cover all that for you guys coming up. So guys, a big video is gonna be dropping tomorrow. It's gonna be the Midsummer Scream video finally coming out. Had like 4 hours of footage to edit it down. It's been a mission, but it will be coming out tomorrow. So we're gonna have a bunch of spooky stuff. It's gonna be Not Scary Farm stuff. And then the HHN Hollywood panel will be a separate video, which the concept art is just insane for that. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button, join the family.
We love the family!
Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Universal Studios and Halloween Horror Nights around the country. I love you all, and I'll see y'all very soon.
Portal that we enter into. But also, like, who comes to Universal Studios and gets a tattoo? How many Little Boo tattoos are they selling?